everybody, this is Carmen with Elemental Designs. Yes, you guys, we are here for week number 2, yay, of the Shabby Spring Collection Hop. Super excited to bring you guys today's projects, and hopefully you will all enjoy what we have created for you all. If you haven't seen the first week, then definitely go and check that out. I have a playlist which I'm gonna include in my description area. So if you want to see all of the videos from all of the ladies that have been, creating and hopping along, then definitely check that out in case you missed, what we did last week. For this week, we have another awesome project, and this hop is going to go on for 5 weeks in total, ending on May the 13th, and we're going to be here every Sunday for you guys with something new. So as you guys know, this is a shabby themed hop, so everything is going to be super shabby. And so, to get into who we have here participating in this wonderful hop, we have the host, Mom to Create. We also have myself, Elemental Designs. We also have Kateri Burnett. We have Judy Evans Parker, Crafting with Barbie DA, Thelma's Creations and more, Bariqua's Crafting 100, Jimmy Lani's Creation, Teresa's Creations, Happily Ella After, as well as Nada's Creation. So you guys, I'm going to leave a link for all of these people down below so that you can go and check out their wonderful creations. They're all awesome crafters, and we do this because we love to craft and we definitely love to share. So yes, you guys, I'm so excited. These things that we're creating, it's very new for, I think, 99% of us, and that 99% includes me. These are some things that I've never really done before. Especially in shabby chic. Shabby chic for most of us is something that is really challenging, just because of the way that we interpret colors and the way that we do our things. This is definitely out of our comfort zone, which is why this was so super awesome and mostly very challenging and exciting to take on. And I really love seeing how everybody interprets their projects. And so, without further ado, dun, 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 yes, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is what I created. I'm so in love with it. Oh my god. So, this week we had to alter a shoe. Okay. And this is pretty much what I did with mine. To kind of go into detail of what I did, I gessoed the shoe. This shoe was originally a red shoe, and it's a size 11, you guys. And no, it's not my foot. I bought it at a thrifty store, so it's a rescue shoe. So I rescued this shoe from the thrifty store, and it was originally red, so I gessoed the entire shoe. And then after I've gessoed the entire shoe, then pretty much keeping in theme with what my collection is, I pretty much did the colors very similar to how I did my mask, keeping it all kind of, similar in that fashion. I went ahead, and after I've gessoed everything and painted everything with the pinks and the creams and pretty much, just kind of mixing that up. I used 2 different color pinks and an antique white, I believe it was, or buttermilk. I think it was the color buttermilk. After I did all of my mixing and sponging on, so on and so forth, I also did some stenciling on here, so there is some modeling paste throughout the shoe. And pretty much what I used are the Jot brand stencils. These stencils are awesome, you guys. If you find them in your Dollar Trees, pick them up. They're really good. And if it gets messed up along the way, you don't have to worry too much about it, because they're easily replaceable. They're very affordable. So it's these kinds of stencils, and I believe that I used a rose one. If I can find it here somewhere. I'm always so ill prepared, you guys. Let's see. I have my stencils hanging here on my side, so hopefully it won't be too difficult to find. Yes. Not that one. I said yes. No, not that one. This is the one that I use, and it's got a lot of roses and a lot of different patterns. So pretty much I used all of these different rose patterns on it, and that's what I used as far as the stenciling. And I also added, is it here? This one as well. this very top one, which just has like this flowery kind of background print. So I added some of this one. Hopefully it's not too hard for you guys to see it. Maybe if I take it off, it'll be a little bit better. Let's see. Yes. So it has this pattern on that one. And then the rose one, I'll show you guys from the back side since the other side is too colorful. Has this kind of pattern on it. It's really, really pretty. And they're definitely reusable and really an awesome buy for $1. You can't go back. So I used that and I did stenciling throughout the entire shoe. And that was actually the very second step. After I've just sewed everything, I went ahead and did some stenciling throughout the shoe. So you have stenciling all throughout the front. You also have stenciling all throughout the back. I didn't do any on the heel, but I did go 360 with it all along the side and then again along the back. And then after I did that and I stenciled it all and let it dry, then I went into the painting. After I did all of my painting, then I went into it with some not dazzling, I always get those confused, with this brand, Metallic Luster by Decoupage, but in the gold color. And I went into that and I kind of went over some of the raised areas with that. After I did that, I went over and started adding some of my clusters of flowers, and these are just paper flowers that I painted and I gessoed to kind of go in theme. There's also some little fabric, little rosettes going all along there. I added 2 more of the paper flowers, roses, in just like an off-white. I added some lace fabric there, and to just kind of go along the side. This is a handmade flower that I created. A little gold studs here and there. These are little flat backs. Added some gold filigree that I kind of broke down into pieces and used a piece there. This is some of the lace that I used here, and I kind of took it apart and used different pieces in different places. These are some really cute flowers that I received from Tanya. So I added some little cute flowers right there. Cute little dove bird that I went ahead and added some gold onto it, and I pretty much just roughed it up a little bit. Added another rose there. As you guys can see, I added pearlescent trim all the way around here along the top. Let me move this out of the way. So here along the top, I went ahead and added another one of the paper flowers and did the same thing and added the little gold center and the little filigree. And it just, I mean, I'm in love with my shoe, you guys. I don't know what you guys are going to think. Maybe I went a little bit too overboard. Or maybe I didn't go overboard enough. Because I know I've seen a lot of shabby projects that are like super, super, super shabby. But I'm still getting my feet wet. I'm still kind of working through the process, you guys. So on the back, what I did is I grabbed some tulle and I've kind of twisted it up and made it kind of look like a bow. And then I kind of glued that under. Again, I added another one of those cute little paper flowers right here on the top. I grabbed an applique and I added that in the bottom. This here is a button. And on top of that button, I added a cameo that I received from Mom to create, and a very beautiful hat cameo that she sent me a little whiles back. I went ahead and did some wiring here, and I just pretty much twisted the wire up so that I can dangle this really pretty butterfly charm that I got. I believe it was off of eBay, if I'm not mistaken. And then pretty much just kind of added some eyelash trim just hanging off the side there, so that kind of, you know, just gives a little bit of poof poof. And so went ahead and continued on, and just pretty much I outlined the entire shoe with some of this pearlescent trim right here. I used another applique here and I put that there, and then I used this really cute piece. I believe I got this in Happy Mail from one of my dear friends, and then I also used more of the little pieces, and I'm going to show you where I got these pieces from. Pretty much all of those pieces were hanging off of this part of the trim. There's another part of the trim that I didn't use, but it was hanging off this part of the trim. So since I couldn't, you know, I didn't want to glue them under, what I did is I just brought them down to where they, you know, where I can reach them, and then I trimmed off all the little pieces, because I started with this part first. So then luckily I was able to incorporate the rest of the pieces, and that way they don't go to waste. So we have some dangling here. So these all kind of dangle right on the side, like so. So they have a little bit of movement there. And it goes right to this edge right here. So it goes right to this edge right here. So this whole top of the shoes got these really pretty dangles. I added a paper rolls right there. And I made the two sides different because at the end of the day, depending on which way I'm going to place the shoe, then they'll each have their own level, you know, of elegance, if you will. So it's like having two shoes in one, right? You got to get the most bang for your buck. So I added the trim here along the top and then just kind of glued it in because I wasn't really quite sure what else I wanted to add on here. And I was kind of running out of ideas, if you will, but luckily this little trim came and saved the day. And then some of the same eyelash trim that I used there, I just kind of, you know, twirled it up and then just added a little flower there. And then to keep in theme with this side, you know, that's why this little rose ended up there. And then I went ahead and also added some of the little dangles, you know, appliques, you know, right here to kind of like simulate some kind of bow or something like that. So on the inside, I went ahead and gessoed it and painted it as well. And then this is paper that I glued on here, which I crinkled up first. And after I crinkled it up, then I took Tim Holtz worn lipstick and kind of went over it so it picked up all the creases and the wrinkles and stuff like that. I also did some light stamping on it with, I believe it was like a gray ink. I believe it was like a gray ink. Let's see. It's a Ranger ink, and I think it's called something lightning or thunder or the other. I put it away. Oh, here it is. Weather Vane or something like that it's called, right? Yeah, Weather Vane. No, it's by Ranger, but it's a Jenny Bolin ink pad. And it's called Weather Vane, and it's like a grayish kind of color. So I didn't want to add any black in here because I didn't want to, you know, take away from the softness of the colors and everything else. So I just did some stamping in here with a Prima stamp that has like some, you know, script handwriting, which is like my favorite stamp. It's the only real stamp that I have like that anyway, so I use it a lot. So I used that, and then pretty much I just made the whole shoe. I took the piece out from the inside, and then I just made a template and then put that in there. And pretty much, you guys, this is my Shabby Chic high-heeled shoe, and I really love the way that it looks. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do with this later on. I'm actually going to seal this end off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add like potpourri or something really, really sweet smelling. Maybe something that I can replace, you know, here and there. Maybe some sachets or something like that that I can insert in here and just kind of tuck them in so that I can have the shoe there, but also have it serve a purpose. And this is going to be incorporated into my little Shabby Chic, you know, little scene that I'm creating in my living room area. But this is what it looks like. I just love how this came out overall. I'm really enjoying this whole thing. I mean, yes, it's a challenge, but it's just super, super amazing, you guys. And I hope that you can get all the details. Well, you can definitely see the texture from the stenciling that I did on here. And this is so cool because I'm like, you know what? Like, you can definitely do this to like I mean, maybe not go all out like this, but definitely like the stenciling and stuff like that, like to some of your, like maybe your own shoes. And if you haven't worn them in a while and want to give them new life, like, you know, paint them up and just do some stenciling on them, switch the whole style up, and you could create your own design, your own style, your own new shoe. You know, maybe not add everything, but you know, definitely ideas start kind of going into your head when you're working on things like this. So yes, you guys, I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you have liked the bottom of the shoe. I just distressed it a little bit with some of the gold, so we have some of that gold, but overall I didn't overwork the bottom of the shoe too much because it's going to always be like this anyway. So for the most part, yes, you guys, this is how it looks. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let me know what you guys think. Definitely go and hop along to the rest of the wonderful ladies and check out their amazing creations. You know, we're 11 crafters and we all interpret, you know, our prompts differently. So that's what makes this, you know, super, super awesome. We all have our own way of, you know, interpreting, you know, what the project is. We all have our own unique styles, and it's just a fun, and you know, it's a fun way to kind of inspire and create, and you know, kind of get out of your comfort zone and see that you can do, you know, some things that maybe you thought you couldn't do. So with that being said, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Definitely go and show the girls some love and some support. You know, thumbs up their videos. You know, leave them a comment. Let them know that you appreciate, you know, all their hard work, because these things are not easy, you guys. It does take a lot of time, not only to create, but also to, you know, process videos, so on and so forth. And yes, you guys, super, super excited. I can't wait to next week's project. Oh my goodness, you guys, next week's project is going to be so off the chain. So yes, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye.